state, he believes in indulging creativity in teaching. He's experimented with and pioneered education through theatre, created plays in accountancy, economics, business studies, and mathematics, and has performed at NSD. He has held 25 exhibitions in commerce stream subjects and is a trainer for using graphic novels as a pedagogy. He has collaborated with 45 schools, creating 100 graphic novels. He is now working on the next 300 graphic novels covering CBSE, NCERT, and Diksha. He has a ready virtual exhibition in commerce subjects in collaboration with 22 schools across the country. He's here to talk to us on the subject of education through monuments, theatre, and folk art. Please give a round of applause for Sir.
So before we begin, I really want to appreciate everything that has been happening here. And my vision, I'm just a school person. I have not done anything in college, so Lassi is not my domain at all. But what I understand is, if you're talking about performing arts, if you do not change the mindset of the students, the teachers, the parents, and the principals, you will not go to your liberated arts. Because in schools, people just talk about, okay, you're lucky if an IB school, a CBSE school would normally just talk about physics, chemistry, the senior classes, grade 11th and 12th, your stream of subjects, and that's what you focus upon. And that stream of subjects, 11th, 12th, that is where I come in. And I've tried my level best never to use a textbook in the class, whichever subject I was teaching. And with our activities we did, I realized that we were opening them to liberal arts. If teaching accountancy through theatre, if doing mathematics through some comic material, that has been my forte. So I'll just give you a part of my journey, and it is more of motivating the teachers that they can pick up a lot of things, principals to accept those things and to allow things to happen, and students to have fun. So my focus is definitely how to have fun. But that's a very dangerous statement, because there could be many, many ways how to have fun. And the second point which comes up there is how to have fun in schools. Now that is still a very dangerous statement, but it boils down to how to have fun in school in academics. So I have my principal and teachers and parents all into alignment with me that I'm not going anything beyond the block, but doing much, much more. So how to have fun in school through academics. And the first domain in school, and the first domain I'm going to talk to you about are the graphic novels. So we have maths, physics, chemistry, business studies, and many, many more subjects. And imagine if you can have a comic book on them made by students and teachers and the art department and the IT department. So that is what has been the journey of mine during the COVID days. So we got, as you heard, 100, we've crossed 200 now. So how do these graphic novels happen? So, the topics, something like linear equation, coordinate geometry, mensuration, trigonometry, magnetism, French Revolution, rise of nationalism in Europe. So these are all subjects of 10th, 11th, 12th, some maybe of 9th. But we have around 200 ready, made by school students, school teachers, and the admin of the school. And again, if the principals, I know there are a few principals sitting here who've done them, there's no extra cost in that. It is all done with the resources available in school. The teachers have given their time, we worked together, held them during the COVID days, and these things have happened. Our target is to go up to 1,000 novels covering 1 till grade 12th of NCERT. The process goes like this: you select a subject, topic, see the application of it, develop a story, make a board of that, make blocks, have dialogues written, character sketching, artwork, or whether it's AI, and computers. And immediately I go to the liberal arts people, how many of these things are you taking along with the children with? So most of the courses you're having with them, but we are trying to develop the school to build up those things without losing their academics. They're doing their hardcore subjects, but through these means. Next slide, please. So we've done 200 novels and we've reached 125 schools now. Luckily, I don't know what has happened. It's a God blessing, and those who know how tough it is to get anything across NCRT, all our novels are NCRT approved, to the extent that if you look at the NCRT textbook, click on linear equation chapter, there's a QR code there, and this comic book will open. You click on trigonometry, QR code, this comic will open. And if you go to this comic, click on the QR code, the NCRT textbook is open. So those on the education line field know what NCRT means for anything that you have created. So it is there in the universe, and it is for the international domain to see. So we've got 1,000 novels to do. So I lived till that time because I've got around 750 novels.
It was very fantastic experience.
We have learned a lot from this by creating this art.
So this is one of the years that we picked up a folk art fund and tried to link it up with academics. And have the next slide. And what you'll see here is that 35 schools, topics something like mathematics, chemistry, bio, BST, economics, social studies. And for those who do not know what a fad is a Rajasthan folk art, which is a long curtain type of a thing, where you have blocks which are hand-painted. Earlier, 300, 400 years back, when kings would win or lose, or some epidemic was there in the city, in the town, they would take these fads, go in the night, open the scroll, put some candles and lamps, and have a dance or a song in front of them, not only for entertainment, but for giving suggestions. And here we had 35 fads, different subjects, different folk songs done on them, and dances along with that. So just a glimpse that you've seen. We've just come out with the first coffee table book on that, which has all those 35 fads, but has in QR code all the 35 performances also. So now, again, talking to the universities coming up there, it has got to do with scripting, lyrics, artwork, music, create a song, and then dance. So it's all fun, but doing those subjects there. And this is what I do in the City Palace Jaipur, that is creating festivals like that. Can we have the next one? So now it's history and monuments. So normally we had this big debate with a lot of people that we will take up only monuments and heritage monuments, not normal monuments. So my concept was that when a monument was built, history was not there. But we had engineering. You cannot build a monument, and I'm a commerce teacher, right? Nothing to do anything with science. So you have physics, you have chemistry, you've got mathematics. You have geography, from where the stone has come from. You have history is there much later. Sociology is there much before. Economics is there much before. But what we do is, as a principal, if I have to send a group of children to see a monument, the escort teacher is definitely the social studies teacher. And of late, it's a physical trainer also, because he has to maintain discipline. But you have to look at it, why can't it be physics, maths, which is being taught there? So of course, architect colleges are using them, but it has to come down to schools also. So this is just what we started and we did, and I just share a journey of that. Can we have the next?
Shivam Shankaram. पधारोनी मारे देश रे पधारोनी मारे देसनिया पालम आओगे
So this was the Education through Monument program we began last year. Normally we have festival in Jaipur called the Jaipur History Festival. Deals with a lot of other issues, not just history. And we did this one in October in Varanasi because that city had committed 22 projects for us. So we said, if you're doing more than 10, we'll come to your city to have a festival. So that is where we began the Varanasi History Festival with 22 monuments. Then, of course, we had the Jaipur History Festival, a madhouse because we had 350 children coming from across the country and more than 60 monuments being put up in a gap of 4 days. And then we went to Bombay, sat down in a school for 7 days. One school, only grade 9th, 45 children in 6 sections, and we did 18 monuments of Mumbai. Can we have the next video?
Aranpota School presents कौन बोला मुंबई देखने जाएगा कौन बोला मुंबई देखने जाएगा उठ जा अपनी नींद से तो उठ जा तलाश में शानदार मॉन्यूमेंट्स को देखकर तेरा सर झुक जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा सीएसटी जैसा स्टेशन तुझे ना मिल पाएगा सीलिंग का ये ज्वाला तुझे ट्रैफिक से बचाएगा जितना तू मुंबई देखेगा उतना ही बौखलाएगा सबसे लाजवाब है वो तू मिस नहीं कर पाएगा गेटवे ऑफ इंडिया वो ख्वाबों में भी आएगा अब चल जरा तो हिस्ट्री में जा खौफ नहीं था सीने में हर रास्ते को चीरेंगे क्रांति मैदान के वीर थे आजादी मिली खुद पसीने से मतलब बना तब जीने में क्योंकि मुंबई देखने जाएगा तू मॉन्यूमेंट देखने आया है क्या ऐसे ही लौट जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा तू मॉन्यूमेंट देखने आया है क्या ऐसे ही लौट जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा तो मॉन्यूमेंट देखने आया है क्या ऐसे ही लौट किसी का हाथ नहीं था सर पर गांधी आए खुद की मेहनत से हाँ जितनी ताकत में नहीं उसकी रहमत में थी फिर भी गोरे सहमत नहीं थे सबकी हरकत नहीं थी गांधी ने यहाँ मर्जी की जुर्रत की अहिंसा की शांति की हाजी अली इबादत की हाई कोर्ट की अदालत की ताज की मोहब्बत की स्टॉक एक्सचेंज की दौलत की सिद्धिविनायक की इज्जत की पापा जैसा कोई महान इच नहीं है क्योंकि मुंबई देखने जाएगा तू मॉन्यूमेंट देखने आया है क्या ऐसे ही लौट जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा तू मॉन्यूमेंट देखने आया है क्या ऐसे ही लौट जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा तू मॉन्यूमेंट देखने आया है क्या ऐसे ही लौट जाएगा मॉन्यूमेंट्स देखने आया था क्या तू ऐसे ही लौट जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा मुंबई देखने जाएगा
So that was the third festival. We had the first one in Varanasi, second in Jaipur, third in Mumbai. This month, April, has been very hectic for us. We had the 4th festival in Delhi, KR Mangalam, where the Education Secretary came, and the controller of board examinations has picked up the entire competency-based questions which have been created on these monuments. So this monument is not just a visit. Apart from all the subjects that you do, we do also make competency questions based on that. So that is how it all comes up. And the festivals of monuments is not coming to an end because NCRT wants us to cover 500 monuments. And my appeal to the school here would be, we've got a very weak visibility in South because we're in North, so we are not very accessible here. Those are 2 forthcoming festivals. One could be in Pune, Maharashtra again, and we are trying to do one in Bangalore, if that can happen. But I do not know whether that will happen. And I don't know, we're not supposed to stop. So I have another theme ready for this year, but I'm supposed to roller coaster ride in this theme also. But if you see the preparation, and I'm going to share with you soft copies of 2 books, 101 experiments in these monuments, all related to physics, chemistry, maths. And the second book was also being compiled with all your humanity subjects. So that is the outcome of a festival like this that we do. So I said, it's academics fun. We do all fun-oriented actors. You can make out this children must have had so much fun doing this film, preparing this song, writing the lyrics. Great fun is happening there, but everything is academics, which I think all is related to liberal arts. Can I have the next slide, please? So education through monuments, as I mentioned to you, it's engineering, physics, maths, chemistry, bio, all subjects. And we've got covered around 100 plus schools now, and each school has taken more than one monument. Like Bombay school took 18, Varanasi took 22, and there are a lot of schools who've taken more than one monument each. Next slide. So the festival, Varanasi, Jaipur, Mumbai, Delhi, Gurgaon, Pune, Bangalore, that's what is being proposed. Next. So now we come to something which is at this year's theme. And so we always work toward the NEP is talking about, because schools will not let me enter their schools if I do not do the NEP work. So I do get comments like, Sandeep, the moment you enter, teachers get scared because there's a lot of work coming with you. But then the principals themselves have said, no, I find it as a challenge to live up to your expectations because you go haywire. Means we forget that you've been a teacher, but you come down very fast because you've taught on the blackboard for 30 years. So financial literacy, again, this problem is that people say, which grades? I say from grade 1. But how can we do it in grade 1? Well, you do barter in grade 1. The children know how to do that. They need to understand the need demand. They need to understand savings of electricity, water, everything, and money. And what we are doing now is, we've got a lot of people on the board, Panchtantra story, who've adapted them. So we're taking the Aesop tales, Panchtantra, Jataka tales, Teliram, just name it. Any story which we can incorporate financial literacy into. So I'm sure all of you all have read this story about the ant and the grasshopper. So the ant used to collect food and save for the winter. The grasshopper did not. So now the story changes to the ant earns, spends, saves. The grasshopper earns and spends, does not save. So that is a new story now for us, which will be acceptable in grade 1 also. In mathematics, you've got ratios, percentages, all that is related to financial literacy. As we grow up in 11th, 12th standard, we've got a lot of work in collaboration with National Institute of Security Markets and the CA Institutes, where they'll be giving us a lot of input. And it's all going to be through performing arts. So again, you'll be having dances, songs, skits, regional language dances and songs in it also, because it has an all-India presentation now. So we have around 120 schools registered with us who will be working with this, but I'm sure once we begin, more will join in. Next, please. So this one is about education through theatre. So it's not theatre and education. So this is a lovely journey, and I'm telling you about the subjects we've done, especially because it's for grade 11th and 12th. 11th accountancy, 12th accountancy, 11th BST, 12th BST, 11th economics, 12th economics, 11th mathematics, 12th mathematics, 11th entrepreneurship, 12th entrepreneurship. The work begins in 11th and the performances begin in 12th. We have our shows lined up even during the pre-boards. Not a parent says no, not a teacher says no, because all plays are solid academic plays. And teachers can understand this. If you are creating fun for the children through academics, they are not going to say no to anything to you. You got them there, and you can call them for 2 hours extra in the morning, 2 hours extra in the evening. They do all the academic work which is required. So for us, the icing on the cake was, and again, relating it to liberal arts. Yesterday I was discussing, let's find out how many students of these are exposed to such pedagogies. Where are they? So I could count 10 yesterday who are doing script writing work in Mumbai. 3 of them working with Ekta Kapoor. So that was maybe the interest which the parents did not see, or maybe this helped them to gain more confidence, because a lot of them entered college admissions through this quota of ECA. So that was the whole thing happening about. We as teachers have to accept liberal arts, principals have to accept liberal arts, children and parents will then accept them. But if the teachers don't accept liberal arts, and liberal art means letting children have fun in the earlier grades, but all related to academics. So for us, the icing of the cake was, we have had a final ticketed show in National School of Drama, wherein we've got our posters made of school uniform put on the walls of the theatre now. So they don't normally take school uniform as a costume, but all our plays were in school uniform. So they are there, and that's the best thing our school could have done to reach there. So great, I got confused with the light. So that's it, that's what we've been doing, and anything, we are there for the lunchtime and the break time. You can connect us to ask us anything more. Thank you so much.